Right guys, welcome back to the channel and to this little bit of a different video. Today I want to talk about local gaming clubs. Now, obviously when I started playing Warhammer 40,000 4 years ago now, yes, it's only been that long. My local gaming store was great. So many cool people there, so many people to talk to, loads of other games going on, loads and loads of models on sale, not just Games Workshop, of course, loads of other stuff, board games, you name it. Games of War did have it. Unfortunately, Games of War is now closed, and it led me kind of branching out and looking for other clubs in the area. And as a result, I've actually found a lot of clubs. A lot of them I have been to. Some more than others due to distance and stuff. But this video is mainly to try and advertise clubs in northeast England, because obviously that's where I'm from. Because we've got to keep the clubs alive, guys. They're such a friendly place, and a lot of clubs do struggle to get by, normally with hiring hall fees, things like that. And I really think we have to support clubs, and it's not just for Warhammer 40,000, obviously. Yes, that is what me and Lucy play, and Age of Sigmar and stuff as well. But the whole host of games, it's important to band together and make sure that we keep our clubs alive. I have met so many really cool people from visiting all the different clubs, from travelling backwards and forwards as well. People that I've actually come to call friends. I've met a lot of people online who I've never met in person, but I do talk to regular, and of course, I would class them as friends as well. So I think the video needs to start with, of course, our sponsor, Battle Bunker. Battle Bunker is absolutely fantastic. Justin set the shop up. It only opened up actually about 15 months ago. He has since moved premises, of course. So the pictures that you're seeing now are in the new premises, the current premises. Now, Justin does sell primarily Games Workshop, but he also sells bolt action. You can order in Doctor Who and all sorts of other stuff as well, from Knights models and everything. So if there's something that you're interested in, you can actually order from Justin online. You can have it delivered out, or you can pick it up in store as well. And of course, you can see here he's got quite a large selection of Warhammer 40,000, fair amount of Age of Sigmar. Not pictured, of course, is the bolt action stuff. He doesn't hold a massive range of bolt action, but he can order anything you want in as well. And I think, going from the pictures, Justin, he did have more tables, but it was a little bit cramped for space. So I think he's now trimmed it down to 12 tables, I think, or 10, and then the giant one in the middle. Now, the pictures that you're seeing here are of some of the gaming boards that Justin has down. These are interchangeable. He's got loads of the Sector Imperialis or the Realm of Battle boards that he can swap round. He's got battle mats as well, and he's got a whole host of terrain for Fantasy, 40k, and other stuff as well. All fully painted up, fantastic boards. And Battle Bunker, it's £5 to play, but you play as long as you want. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Justin does tea, coffee. On a weekend, he even does homemade sandwiches. And of course, there is drinks and stuff there as refreshments as well, which most of the clubs do tend to do. But yeah, I absolutely love Battle Bunker. Justin obviously runs events as well as myself. I run an open invite night every other Friday night. If you turn up with a fully painted army of the same system that I'm playing, you get to play for free. And of course, I will be filming a battle report there, so you can come along and see how it's done as well. He also runs two 40k tournaments a month. The first Saturday of the month is normally the 1,000 point tournament, which is just patrol detachments. And then the last Saturday of the month is the now 1750, basically the competitive tournament scene. And normally they both sell out. So of course, Battle Bunker is listed in all of my videos. Please go and check them out, and you can see what it's all about. Battle Bunker is located in Sunderland. Sunderland, if you're not a northerner. But yeah, it's reasonably central. The metro's not too far away. It is a walk across the bridge if you get the bus to Sunderland bus station, but it's not too far. And it's a really, really nice place. It's actually in the upstairs of a garage, but location, it's pretty easy to get to. Plenty parking outside as well. So of course, check out Battle Bunker. Right, guys, so next up is Blythe Wargames. And Blythe Wargames is, of course, in Blythe. It's actually located at St Cuthbert's Church Hall in Blythe, and they're on every Sunday from 1 in the afternoon. So, very appropriate time, and of course, there's loads of stuff goes on. The guys down at Blythe Wargames actually play quite a varied mix. There's some 40k players, there's some quite a few bolt action players. I know there's some Frostgrave players and stuff down there as well. But as you can see from the photos, some pretty nice scenery. They've got some battle mats and some terrain there as well. But like I said, a lot of ball action going on and quite a bit of Frostgrave and 40k as well. You can see Stephen, one of the patrons there as well. They've got some fully built boards with scenery and stuff on there as well. One particular one that I do like is, of course, the crashed plane. So quite a few different boards and stuff. Very welcoming. Tom Downs, and of course Stephen goes there quite regularly. Some of the guys that you may wish to contact if you are interested in attending Blythe Wargames on a Sunday afternoon. So next up we've got Carrick Wargames. Carrick Wargames is situated on the Army Barracks, of course, at Carrick. So a little bit further south than where I live. A little bit past Scotch Corner if you live near the A1. Carrick, very, very small club, very tightly knit, but a great bunch of lads. Not a lot of 40k and Age of Sigmar is played there as much as the other games. I originally went obviously down to Carrick, and I met a lot of great people from there. Eugene, Ayrton, Stu and Ian. But they do play a lot of different games here. So if you like your smaller skirmish-based games, they play War Machine, Dark Age, Bushido, a lot of other stuff like that. The guys down at Carrick play all sorts of games like that. And chances are, if you play some kind of weird game that not that many people have heard of, chances are these guys have probably heard of it. But yeah, tea and coffee available from the club as well. And like I said, I love the club. It's really nice and close. Not a particularly big club, like I said, but all the guys are absolutely fantastic. Do have a mix of homemade terrain, as well as some Games Workshop stuff, and of course some other stuff as well. But an absolutely fantastic bunch of lads. And that is on a Saturday afternoon. It used to be 12, but please check the Facebook page for the times. Right, so the next club is Consett Tabletop Game Society, and it is exactly that. It's tabletop games. Anything you can put down on a table, someone there plays it. Loads of card games, board games. These guys are very much into the smaller, not necessarily miniature games, but there is still miniature games ongoing. But again, very, very unique in the fact that the board games are very, very popular down at Consett. Now, Consett Tabletop Game Society, it's available, it opens from 1 p.m. till 6 p.m. every second and fourth Sunday of the month. So obviously double check in the Consett Games Society page. Consett is kind of northwest of Durham a little bit. So if you live in the Durham area, obviously you can probably go and check these guys out. But of course, if anyone is interested in heading down to Consett, the first session is free. And Thomas, who runs the club, has told me that there's free refreshments available at each meeting. I haven't been to Consett myself. It's a little bit further afield, and I haven't had the opportunity on a weekend to go up there, unfortunately. But as you can see, a wide variety of card and board games all being played. A lot of members regularly attending, and of course there is some Warhammer 40,000 games going on there with battle mats and some homemade scenery and stuff as well. So go and check out Consett Game Society. Right, so next up we have Darlington Dogs of War, situated in Darlington Town Centre. If you're familiar with the town centre, it's just along from Games Workshop, in the Voodoo Cafe and upstairs in one of the attic rooms. So Darlington, I've been quite a lot, made some really great friends there. Ben Corey, of course, who's been on the channel quite a number of times. Callum, and of course Conrad, Jeff, and Danny, who run the club as well. Fantastic guys, really cool club, and they tend to run quite a few events as well. And the events are always fantastic. So they do have obviously a permanent club and access to it, even including larger rooms, obviously when they run larger events as well. The the Voodoo Cafe actually has awards for the food that they serve. So obviously refreshments are available. There is alcoholic ones, be warned, as well, of course, a host of coffees and soft drinks, as well as food available. Obviously, that is separate to the club, but it is on the same premises. They operate on a Wednesday evening and every Saturday from, I think it was about 11. But again, double check the Facebook page. The Wednesday evenings, they ask that it's 14-year-olds plus, so not necessarily for the kids. But on a weekend, of course, you know, the younger members of the club are more than welcome to come along. They do run longer gaming days once a month where they actually have the room open for a lot longer. So get your Apocalypse games and stuff in there. They actually have loads of battle mats and loads of painted homemade terrain. Really cool. You've seen battle reports if you followed the channel that I filmed down at Durham. Granted, it's been a while, but I have been very busy with college and stuff. But yeah, stuff is always being added to their collection. Mainly Warhammer 40,000. There is a few Heresy players there, a few Age of Sigmar players, and a couple of other board games that go on as well, smaller skirmish games, but primarily Warhammer 40,000. So go and check Darlington out. Like I said, really cool club. Right, guys, so next up we have Durham Raiders. Durham Raiders is a fantastic club. It's not too far from me, actually, so I have been a few times. And again, met some absolutely fantastic guys there. There's David Barnfather, who's on the committee, Phil Sanderson, the president. Who else is there? There's James, there's Drew, Aidan, Andrew Newton. There's loads of people there, loads of really friendly faces that are always there promoting the club and trying to organise games with people. These guys have a lot of stuff, right? So Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, and Horus Heresy. Loads of the guys that go there have it. If that's what you play, you can almost guarantee yourself a game, even if you just turned up. These guys operate on a Tuesday night. So it's Croxdale Community Centre. They operate, like I said, Tuesday evenings from around about 5:30, 6 o'clock to about 10. And then every other Sunday. So again, check their Facebook page for what Sundays they are open. And Sundays it's on an evening, so I think it's 5 o'clock on a Sunday. Like I said, loads of guys playing Games Workshop stuff, but there's also a lot of other games there as well. There's quite a few historical games players and ball action. There's a lot of Star Wars games. I'm not sure about what's the latest one. I can't remember the latest Star Wars game. But a lot of the X-Wings and Armada being played. Quite a few Malifaux players, some Wild West Exodus, Shadows of Brimstone. A lot of games going on there. Andrew Newton in particular plays a lot of different games. So again, if you are interested primarily in Games Workshop, great club. But even if you've got something a little bit obscure, drop them a message or post in their group, and somebody probably plays that. There is a tuck shop available from the guys who run the club as well, and it's only a couple of pounds to play, and obviously that goes towards the hire of the hall and everything. So go and check them out on Facebook as well. Right, guys, so next up we've got Heaton Game Society, which is located in Newcastle. Very close to the city centre, so very accessible even if you don't drive. Plenty of buses and metros, of course, to get there. Heaton Game Society is on every Sunday, and it is on from 4 in the afternoon through till around about 9:30, so plenty of time to get a game in. These guys are big Horus Heresy players, so if you are interested in Heresy, this is the club for you guys. They've got loads of pre-painted terrain, loads of battle mats, and a lot of the guys have some fantastically painted 30k armies as well. 30k is your thing, definitely get down to Heaton Game Society. I've never actually been myself, but I know Nicholas Bates from the club, as well as Gareth Waite, and a great bunch of guys. Obviously, only speaking through internet, and I know Gareth in person, but some fantastic tables available. But they also play some specialist games as well. You can see there Space Hulk and Zombie Side as well. But yeah, plenty of space, nice and airy club. What more can I say? A great bunch of lads and some fantastic games ongoing here. So go and check them out. That's every Sunday from 6 till around, from 4 till around 9:30. Right, so next up we have Newcastle Warlords. Newcastle Warlords are located in Fordon, which from from memory, it's kind of northwest Newcastle. They're located at St Mary the Virgin Church, and they are on every other Thursday night, and they run from 7 p.m. till 10:30. These guys are big on their specialist games. Blood Bowl, Necromunda, Kill Team's going to be really big, and other games as well. Really, really great bunch of guys. We've got Graham Shirley, who was featured in White Dwarf quite a number of times. We've got James Chalmers, who runs the club, as well as a couple of the other guys up there as well. A great bunch of lads. I've only been once myself due to the distance and time constraints due to college, but plenty of space up there here. Loads of terrain, loads of mats. The guys up here are very big on Age of Sigmar. There's a lot of 40k players as well. But like I said, if specialist games is your thing, this is the place to go if you're located in and around Newcastle. Richard Hudspeth, I believe, runs a tuck shop there. So chocolate bars, crisps, pop are available as well. And of course, there is a small fee for using the hall, which enables the club to continue. So fantastic guys, some great boards, like I said. And if you live in the Newcastle area, very, very recommended that you go and check them out. So that's Newcastle Warlords. Right, so next up is the Rusted Revolver Gaming Club situated in Blythe. They are at the Newsham Community Hall, and of course you can go and check them out where they are on Facebook. They also offer a tuck shop, but these guys are big on their RPGs. So Stephen is the guy that you'd need to speak to, and he offers a lot of RPG. I'm not sure whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, as I'm not an RPG player myself, but a lot of RPG is played here. A lot of the guys are very much into role play. There is quite a bit of Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar goes on, as well as board games and specialist games as well. So again, another club where unfortunately I haven't had the opportunity to go up there. They are on a Saturday evening from 5 p.m. So obviously if you've got Saturdays free, really recommend that you go and check these guys out. Stephen is the guy that you need to speak to. Again, I've never met Stephen, but I've spoken quite a lot on Facebook and online. Absolutely top guy, very, very friendly, very, very much into club self-promotion, so very out there and very, very approachable to ask questions. No matter what game system you play, feel free to get in contact, and the chances are somebody up there will be able to play a game with you. But I seriously suggest you go and check them out. In the community hall, plenty of space, lots of tables, lots of terrain, really, really great looking club, and I hope to make it up there myself one day. It's just a little bit far out the way for Saturday evenings for me, but like I said, definitely willing to make the trek up there at some point in the near future. So the next club is Section 8 Gaming Club, which is located in South Shields, and I hadn't actually heard of these guys until recently, so I haven't actually been. But I do get to South Shields quite a lot, so I'm hoping to get down to the club at some point. These guys are located in Trinity House at South Shields, so again, very accessible because of the metros and buses. But these guys are open from 2:30 in the afternoon to 9:30 at night, so sort of Sunday afternoon, evening. These guys play a whole host of games. Plenty of space in Trinity House, of course, but they've got all sorts of games workshop stuff. They've got 2 side rooms where you can go and play smaller board games or RPGs as well. But they play Magic the Gathering, Malifaux, Frostgrave, you know, all the typical culprits. All the other clubs have been playing as well. So go and check them out on Facebook. They don't have a group as such, but they do have a page. So again, links to all of the groups and pages will be listed down below. So go and check out Section 8 Gaming. So the next club isn't actually a club as such. It's a Whitby Wargames in North Yorkshire, UK. Now, I've met Dan and James, and I have featured battle reports with them quite a while back. It was before I started college, when I did have a little bit more free time. And I'm hoping to actually go down and meet the pair of them again for another battle report or two. The Whitby Club is a little bit different. It's a bunch of guys who basically meet up at each other's houses, so it's not as open to the public. But obviously, you know, if you live in the area, most of the guys are more than happy to oblige and meet up with a few games. For example, Dan invited me round to his actual home when we filmed the battle report, probably 3 years ago now, I think. And of course, that's when I met James. Whitby, absolutely fantastic town. For historical and sightseeing. Again, you know, that's kind of one of the further away ones for me. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive from myself. But obviously, if I could make it back down to Whitby soon, I'll definitely be meeting up with these guys. You've also got Outpost 31, which is one of the stores situated there, and Jack and Adrian run that. And they do have a gaming table. They're actually currently relocating, so maybe they'll get a couple more gaming tables in the new location. But yeah, go and check out Whitby Wargames, North Yorkshire, UK. The guys are all really friendly, so I'll post a link to the group down below. But like I said, it's not a club as such, just a bunch of guys that love meeting up and playing games. There is a lot of Warhammer 40,000, there's a lot of bolt action and stuff there as well, so go and check them out. Okay guys, so the final club that I've got to talk about is Whitley Bay 3D Gamers. Now again, Whitley Bay is kind of pushing towards the far end of where I'll be able to get access to. It's located in North Shields, or near North Shields rather. So again, you've got access via the metro if you don't drive. They are playing on a Tuesday night between 6:30 and 10:30 at the Masonic Lodge Hall, and again you can go and check them out on Facebook for specific locations. These guys are very, very heavily into the historic games, aircraft games. I don't know the names of a lot of them, but it looks from pictures I've seen, Napoleonic games, bolt action, and very much historical and fantasy based games. Again, I haven't been to the club. I have spoke quite a bit to Lawrence Coxon, who is one of the, I presume, committee members. Basically, if you live in Whitley Bay or you're north of the Tyne, go and check these guys out if you're into historical game. And this is definitely the club to go to. Like I said, they're on a Tuesday night, plenty of space, and loads of people attending, as you can see from the pictures. So go and check out Whitley Bay 3D Gamers and get in touch with Lawrence or one of the guys down there if that is what you're interested in. So go and check them guys out. And that's it, guys. That is all of the clubs that I'm aware of, or that I've had a lot of interaction with in Northeast England. So if you do live in the Northeast, or indeed kind of anywhere from North Yorkshire, from Whitby all the way up to where we've got to sort of Blythe and Whitley Bay, and as far across as Consett and Darlington. Go and check the clubs out, guys. Everybody who I've spoke to or who I've met, absolutely friendly. You know, if you want to get your youngsters into games, take them to the clubs, get in touch with the guys at the clubs. Somebody at the clubs will play a game that you play. I think it's great. For me personally, getting out there, meeting people is being absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good for your self-esteem, makes you feel good. Get out there, play games, meet people, talk to people who are interested in the hobby, and at the same time supporting your local clubs, keeping them open, because I find a lot of people do take clubs for granted, and you don't really miss them until they're not there. And when Games of War originally closed, I was kind of like, well, where do I go now? I didn't have the gaming table I've got in this room now. That comes an evolution from that. So please, guys, go and support your local clubs. The guys put a lot of hard work into the clubs, and there's some fantastic guys at the clubs. If you want painting tips, if you want gaming tips, even trading, everything is available at these clubs, guys. So I hope I haven't waffled on too long. Please go and check out your clubs. I will post a link to each of their groups in the description down below. But thank you very much for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks very much.